What's up everybody, it's your boy Doody back again with another video, and today I'm actually unveiling a new weekly series that I am entitling Doody Helps DSP. That's right folks, you guys hear Phil and you watch my videos and you watch Phil, and our boy Phil loves to trash the detractors. They're so mean, they steal his content, they edit his content to make DSP look bad, and so on and so on and so on. So I started thinking to myself, what can I do to help DSP succeed? What advice can I give him and help to help him grow his channel, to help him be successful, to help him get enough money so that he can get his 6-star Hogan? What can Doody do? So I thought about it and I said to myself, well, maybe what I can do is I can do a weekly series where I take a subject that impacts the business and maybe offer some advice, and it's just based on information I know and stuff that I know, and just kind of general topics that if Phil decided to implement, alter a little bit, he may be a little bit more successful. But as we all know, Phil loves constructive criticism as long as it's not from a detractor. So maybe he'll listen, maybe he'll think I'm being earnest and will take my advice, and if not, then well, at least your boy Doody tried. So let's watch this little clip. This is where Phil is talking about clip channels and implementing one, and of course this was a viewer that had asked him if he would do one, and made some good points on how he thought it would be successful and so on. And of course Phil has to trash all over. So let's listen to what he has to say, and then I will offer my advice and point of view.
In regards to a clips channel, that entails a lot more work. That entails a lot more scope. Meaning, if you're just making a few highlights, YouTube shorts every once in a while, every few days, that's one thing. A clips channel entails a lot of work from people who have to be dedicated to do it. I can't pay anyone to do it, and I don't have the skill, the know-how, So plus, I'll be honest, no, I don't feel that if I made a whole new channel called DSP Clips and I threw clips on it, that people would watch it. I don't think so. I mean, maybe that's just me. I don't think I'm big enough. If I was a giant streamer and people were like, oh, I want to know the best things that the giant streamer did today, and then maybe I'll go watch some of the videos based on the recommendations, but I'm not. I don't get that kind of attention on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that would even be very beneficial. Maybe I'm completely off base here and you guys know better than me. And if you feel that that is something that I should pursue, then please, by all means, let me know. I love constructive feedback. I feel that this tipper actually is trying to give me some constructive feedback, but I don't see how that would work for a small-time guy like me. If you're considering making a clip channel.
Okay, so here we have Phil, talking about the idea of doing a clips channel, and of course saying that it's too much work, he doesn't have money, every excuse under the book. And of course he did say it takes a lot of work, which is the main reason. The main reason is it just takes up too much time for him to actually do a clips channel. So I'm gonna offer up some suggestions to Phil on how he can implement a clips channel. So he can do two things. One, he could talk to someone, find someone that would be willing to do the clipping for him, right? And not necessarily that Phil would pay him to actually do it, but Phil could do a sharing. He can do an ad revenue share with the person. So he can say, okay, you'll do the content, you'll upload it to this channel, and whatever ad revenue we get, we split it 50-50. That would be the most fair way of doing it. That way Phil gets some ad revenue, he gets some eyes on this channel, and he can always direct them to his gameplay on DSP Gaming, and it's just some revenue. You know what I mean? He could do it that way. That's one way he can do it. But Phil doesn't like sharing any money or paying anyone, so he probably would not do that. A second way he can actually do it is, he always talks about how he has no time. We know that excuse. Okay. What he can do is he can cut back his podcast 30 minutes. Make his podcast an hour. And he can do that because the half an hour, most of the time he's doing Q&A, and that's it, because he has nothing to talk about on his podcast. So just automatically take half an hour off your podcast. Boom. Just take it the hell off, right? Then cut, and then that would push up your streaming. So you would push up your streaming. So you essentially bought yourself a half hour. Then what you can do is you can cut out another 30 minutes from your gameplay. So that's 1 hour. You cut out 1 hour in your streaming day. And what you can do in that time is that you can review your videos. So when you're streaming, you're playing your game, you're streaming, right? If you see a highlight in your mind that you thought, oh, that would be really cool. That would be cool for a little clip. You notate the time when you're streaming, what time it occurred, right? And then you make a notation. And then after you're done, after that hour that you gain because you cut back a half an hour from your podcast and a half an hour from gameplay, that hour, you can spend that hour finding those clips and making a quick little compilation, like a clips channel. And then you can post that on your DSP gaming channel. Or if you want, you can create a separate DSP clips channel. Either way, you can do it. And you can probably find yourself several videos a day of your highlights that you would like to call your lowlights. I mean, it's always good if you make fun of yourself. People like that stuff. So you can post those videos. If you post your videos two or three a day, you can get some ad revenue on that, and it's some extra money. You know what I mean? And you can always point it back to the main video. So people that don't want to watch your full content and they'll watch a clip, they'll watch the clip and maybe they'll go and watch the longer stream. But if not, you still got the view from that smaller clip. You know what I mean? You still got that ad revenue. And I know you don't like to do it because you think ad revenue for your 3 hours or your 5 hours of gameplay every day is significant. And it really isn't, Phil. It really isn't. I mean, the sweet spot for most YouTube videos, honestly, is 8 minutes. 8 to 12 minutes. 8 to 12 minutes, you can get about 4 ads. And that's the sweet spot. Anything more than that is just wasteful. And no one's going to watch all of your content. I'm pretty sure if we look at your analytics and looked at your watch time for your videos, they're pretty low. They're probably smaller than if it was a clip channel. So Phil, that's how you can implement it. You have 2 ways. You can pay someone and do an ad revenue share with them and split the revenue with them and let them worry about it and do it. Or you can cut back an hour of your schedule, 30 minutes off your podcast, 30 minutes off your gameplay, and use that hour to create clips. You could do it, especially if you jot down good notes and you know where to find the clips. You can just clip it. It's not anything hard. It's not anything difficult. You can do a screen record on your piece on your laptop. There's ways of doing it without having to spend tons of money, and it doesn't have to be fancy or pretty or whatever. It's just scenes, minute clips combined together, and just pump it out. And if you see that it grows and it makes money, then invest some money, invest time and money, additional time and money. If you see that it's growing and it's something people like, invest in some software, maybe invest in a better laptop with some editing software. You know what I mean? But you can do it, Phil. You can. The problem is it's just too much work. You see it as being too much work and being lazy. What I would do if I were you is I would just get rid of the whole DSP React channel and maybe do a clips channel. And the energy you're spending on the DSP React crap, you can use it and focus it on your DSP clip channel. And I think it would work. I think you would get more ad revenue and you would get more views. You would get more views because, like you stated earlier in another video, you said that your shorts are getting more views than your regular gameplay video. And that's because it's a short, digestible video that people can spend a minute to watch, and it's nice and easy. The same thing with your clip channel. Your clip channel, if your clips are about 10 minutes long, people will invest that time to view that content. And you get the ad revenue for it, Phil. You get the ad revenue for it. So I think it's a good idea. If you don't want to do either of that, the next thing I would suggest you do is, instead of doing hour-long playthroughs of your content, so you do 5 videos, you do 3 for your first morning stream, and then you do 2 for the night stream, right? Instead of doing 5 1-hour long playthroughs, cut those back. Make them 15 minutes. Make them 15 minutes. Just make them 15, and don't do 4 15-minute videos, you know, for the hour. Just do one 15-minute video for each hour, just highlighting the funny parts, highlighting where you made a mistake, highlighting something funny you did, or a good play that you did, you know, something good that you did, whatever. Make it a mixture. And instead of posting those hour-long videos, just post those 15-minute clips of the hour-long playthrough. Why? Because you will get the same ad revenue. You get as many ads on that 15-minute video than you would the hour video. And let's be honest, Phil, no one is watching 1 hour long videos of you playing a game. No one are. They may clip in for a few minutes and check out and move around. But if you look at your analytics for your watch time for these videos, I'm pretty sure it's garbage. I'm pretty sure it's maybe 10 minutes at max. So if you decide to make your videos more concise, to the point, make them 15 minutes long, I will guarantee that more people would come and watch. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get 10, 20, 30,000 people coming to watch your content, but you'll get more than what you're getting now. I mean, I hear you talking, and when you get 1,000 views, to you, it's like, oh my God, what? That's a big success. 1,000 views is nothing, Phil. I'm sorry. I'm not trashing anyone that's a smaller channel, but Phil, you're a huge channel. You're a big channel. You shouldn't be satisfied with 1,000 views. My worst videos get more than 1,000 views. So you shouldn't be content with just getting 1,000 views, Phil. And I think if you try any of those strategies that I just laid out, I think you would succeed. The one I think that may be the best one for you would probably be the best and easiest for you is to cut back your hour-long playthroughs and make them 15 minutes. So essentially each day for 5 hours, you would post 5 15-minute videos of the highlights for that hour. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less, Phil. And I'm pretty sure that your ad revenue and your views would go up. And I think your ad revenue would go up. It just would. Because people are more willing to invest 15 minutes versus 3 hours of a gameplay. You know what I mean? So if you watch the 3 videos, that's gonna what? Cost you 45 minutes of your life? If you really like DSP, you'll give it a try and watch it. And I'm pretty positive, Phil, that you would get more views and eventually get more ad revenue than what you're currently doing right now. But again, it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and a little bit of cutting back how much you actually stream. And like I said, if you cut back an hour on your playthrough, like a half hour on your podcast and a half hour on your gameplay, you can do it. And it's not any more additional time that you're using up in your day. And ultimately, I think you would be more successful. So anyway, that is the first episode of Doody Helps DSP. Now, you can never say, Phil, that I don't help you or give you any advice. Of course, I know I'm a detractor, so I can go eat your shit or whatever you're going to say to me. But I'm just being honest and open and trying to provide some help. Check you guys out in the next episode. Peace out.